Hi everyone, welcome to another Crafty Sunday with Lucky Rainbow Designs. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really simple card that you can use to thank someone or send to a friend that you're thinking of. So what I've done is I've gotten an A4 piece of card, similar to the Valentine's card last week except it's green in colour, and I cut it in half and scored down the middle and then fold it in half. To speed things along, I've already curved the edges and I'm actually going to curve the bottom one and show you how to do that with the little tool that I have here. Again, really great handy tool to have. And just curve the back, so it's top and bottom. What I then did was I got some Amy Butler paper, which is from the designer Matte Pad. Really nice papers that you can buy, really pretty. I use them all the time. They can be a little bit pricey, but I think they're worth it. And they're double-sided as well, so there's lots of patterns that you can choose from. And I've chosen to pick this nice shade here to complement my green card. And what I did was then, after I cut it out, I decided I'd use a border punch, it's a Martha Stewart border punch, to punch each edge here. So I'll just show you in some sample stock how I did that. They're really easy to use and they're very handy tools to have, and I have a couple that I use all the time. So once you have your punch here, the best way I like to use it is just have it faced away from me. I slide in my card like that and I just punch it down. So once it's punched the first few, I line it back up, punch again, and keep going until you reach the end of the card. And there you have your little border punch. So it's really cute, and it brightens up any card and adds a little design element to it. As you can see, I stuck it down there, and you can see the details along here and along the bottom as well. Then I got a piece of green card, and the stamp that I put onto it with black ink is "Thank you for your friendship" stamp. This is a stamp that I got, I think possibly from the Hero Arts range, and I lined it up. The best thing to do is, when you put your stamp down, make sure it's nice and straight. Take your time putting it down. Sometimes my stamps do come out a little bit wonky, but that's okay. I think it adds to the nice kind of handmade effect. You get your black ink, and you evenly put your black ink across. And then, when you're ready to stamp, you just get your chosen piece of card and stamp really slowly and add some even pressure across it. And then you've got your stamp, and you can cut it off as you need it. So I've actually cut mine on a large stamped mine on a large piece of card, and what I'm going to do is, I find sometimes that I'm left with lots of lengths of ribbon. They're not long enough to tie a bow in, but they're kind of long enough that I want to throw them away. So what I like to do is I actually like to play around with them with a stapler. So this is an effect that maybe you might like to try it at home. So position your ribbon nice and straight, leave a bit off at the end. This is an effect I love to do on cards. You get your stapler and do the first staple, and then just fold it up a little bit and staple once more, slightly over the first fold. And you do it again, and sometimes I'll just cover up the previous staple because you don't want to see too many staples. It'll be obvious to the person buying your card or to the person receiving the card that there'll be staples on it, but a lot of people have commented that they really like that aspect of the card. And you keep going until you reach the whole way across. Sometimes I only fold that way, leave the rest straight, but if I have enough ribbon, I'll keep going. In this case, that's what I'll do. It's a really loose feel to it. Really nice. It takes some time to do, takes a little time to learn, but it's worth it. And again, it adds that 3D effect that I love in my cards. So I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to run out of ribbon, so this is my last one. Just straighten up the last bit, and just do the last one right there at the end. So I'm going to cut off this bit here at the end, because it's a little bit too long. Scissors. But I'm actually going to keep this end here because I really like it. And I'm going to line it up just there. But to make it stand out and pop out a little bit more, I'm going to put some 3D pop-up dots in the back. And again, like I showed you last week, they're just little squares. They're really handy. I use them all the time. I think I'd be lost without them if I'm honest. I'll put them on the back of my cards, make sure they're evenly spaced out so it sticks down properly. I think 8 would be okay here for this size. Press them down and then just peel off the backs nice and slowly, just one at a time. What I usually do is, because I use them all the time, I tend to get a big chunk of them, but put them sitting on my hand, so I can just take from my hand the whole time. Nice little tip there that you might find handy. Sometimes they just come off, they need a bit more pressing down. Bring back your card and just decide where you want to put this. I'm going to put this here. And then of course the trusty white gel pen has to come out in all of my cards for my little stitching that I like to do. So I'm going to do stitching along the edges here. I don't think I've ever made a card that didn't have white stitching on it. It's like my signature, some people say. And I'm going to do it along the top as well. I think what I'm also going to do as well is add a few buttons onto the card. So I have loads of different types of buttons. I think maybe some cream ones might be nice, might stand out. Let me have a look here at my little button jar. I have loads and loads and loads. I also collect twines and all sorts of things. So I'm going to line up some buttons I think might be good. Might stand out. That white one looks kind of good. Some more white ones. Maybe I'll add a few pink in to stand out a little bit. Kind of pale pink. So yeah, so I think I'm going to use this one because it's kind of different. I'm going to use this one here. And this one here. So what I'm going to do is going to stick that down with some glue. I have my glue here. Put a little dab. You don't need an awful lot on the buttons. Put a little dab on each side. Some here. I'm going to put some here. On this side here. And then again, just a little dab each side. You don't need an awful lot. I'm going to put that one there. So there you have it. A really simple and easy thank you card that you can make for anyone. Hope you enjoyed and see you again next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.